this is a demonstration of log rolling. This patient has a hip fracture, so we're going to show you how to turn a patient properly if they have a hip fracture. You need an abductor wedge or a pillow and a bath blanket for privacy. Remember your beginning procedures and your critical criteria. Good morning, Shelley. How are you? I'm Amber. I'm your nurse. Can I check your ID bracelet? Okay. Today we're going to be log rolling you onto your side. Pull the curtain. Have the visitors wait outside the room if you need to. You always need two people for log rolling. You can never log roll a patient without the other person. We're going to first lock the brakes of the bed. We're going to either place the side rail up, or if there's another person there, they are the side rail. Okay. We're going to raise the bed to our comfortable working height. Okay. Today we're going to demonstrate, and so for the use of teaching, I'm not going to apply the bath blanket so that you can see what we're doing. So we're just going to uncover the patient. Okay. We're going to say that her right hip, it has the fracture, and it's usually right up over here's the incision. The rules of somebody with a hip fracture is you cannot abduct the leg, you cannot cross the leg. You could set the patient up to 90 degrees, but they cannot be bending more than 90 degrees. So you need to be very cautious of not fracturing that hip again. So the first thing that we're going to do is place the abductor wedge. The narrow side goes up by the patient, and this goes in between their ankles. So the person who has the hip fracture side works while holding the patient's leg. They hold it as a splint. This unaffected leg can go out so that we can bring the abductor wedge in. Okay. All right, so you want to splint the affected side first, and I can just lift up on her leg just a little bit while Marta places the wedge underneath, the straps underneath. Once the affected side is splinted, you can do the other side also. Okay, so that's how you place an abductor wedge. We will also show you how to take it off. Okay, so the same idea goes. You're going to unstrap the strong leg or the unaffected first. Then I'm just going to lift up on her affected leg where she has a hip fracture, and we remove the abductor wedge. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a pillow to demonstrate the log roll. It's better if you can use a flatter pillow. What I do is move her unaffected leg out, and I have my patients grip it if they can, and tell them to squeeze the pillow together between their legs to help hold it there. Okay. Now, if we're going to roll her on her left side, because that's her unaffected side, we want to make sure we bring her to the right first so that she is not up against the side rail. So that's our first step. We're going to use a draw sheet always, and you want the draw sheet to be underneath the shoulders and then at least below her knees. You want to use proper body mechanics. Keep your legs about 12 inches apart. Bend your knees, and we're going to move together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once the patient is towards the opposite side that you're rolling, Marta's going to put up this side rail and come around to my side. One person at the top, one person at the bottom. It's better if you can cross arms because then you can get a feel for each other. And we're going to roll you on the count of 3. Now you want to watch to make sure they don't roll on their arm. And if they can, have them grab onto the side rail and help you. So Shelley, can you help us roll in the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow, non-jerky movements. Okay. If you need to position the patient there for a while, use pillows to prop them in correct alignment. Okay. So to roll her back down, we're going to roll you back over on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was nice and controlled, and we kept her body in alignment. Okay. Now I'll stand here. Marta will come around the other side, and we'll get her back to the right anatomical position in the bed. Okay, cross your arms. We're going to just bring you over to the center of the bed on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your linens have no wrinkles. We now can remove the pillow. And so there again, I'm just going to hold this affected side. Okay. The cover's back on. We're going to lower the bed. There again, we're going to remember our critical criteria and our ending procedures. So lower the bed, give the patient their call light, water, telephone, and reach. Is there anything else you need today, Miss Shelley? Okay. Do a general safety check. Open the curtains, let the visitors know they can come back in and report and document.